In the game Xenogears, Bartholomew Fatima is a displaced prince and eventual King of Aveh. Bart is a major character in the game, with his story being a major focus of the plot of Xenogears for the first half of the game. As a child, Bart was the Prince of Aveh, the child of the King. However, this position was not to last. When the king attempted to end the Aveth's long-standing war with the neighboring country of Kislev, the Prime Minister, Xenogears, assassinated the king at the behest of the Ethos, a pseudo-religious organization. Following the assassination of the king, Xenogears took over leadership of the desert country. Seeing the child prince as a potential threat, Xenogears attempted to assassinate Bart. Bart's secret half-brother, Sigurd Hardcoat, rescued the prince with the assistance of a retired soldier known as Mason. Bart was secretly taken to a military base in the outskirts of Aveth's territory, taking with them the Yggdrasil, a powerful military sand submarine. In order to cover this event up, Xenogears told the people that Bart died of an illness. It was here that Bart was raised. At a young age, he took command of the base, commanding a few loyal soldiers aware of his lineage. Bart attempted to use his resources to form a direct military opposition to Aveth. However, despite the power of the Yggdrasil, his resources were only a fraction of Aveth's. Attempting to scavenge weapons from the ruins of the Shivat-Solaris War ended with a disappointing result. Bart eventually decided to adopt pirate tactics against Aveth in order to gain resources. It was an act of piracy to steal Veltal from an Aveth transport that Bart crossed paths with Faye. With Faye's help, Bart attempted to retake Aveth, a plan that ended in horrible failure and the destruction of the Yggdrasil into the hands of id. Bart changed tactics following this event, taking to the seas with a new Yggdrasil-class replacement found underground. After being reunited with Faye following the destruction of the Goliath, Bart was drawn into a larger struggle against Solaris, understanding that Xenogears was small game compared to his Solarian puppet masters. His struggles against Solaris eventually landed in an opportunity to retake Aveth. His plan succeeded and he became the king. Believing that he didn't deserve to be king, and that Aveth didn't deserve to be ruled by a monarch, Bart proclaimed Aveth to be a republic. From this point in the story, Bart falls to the background. The plot no longer revolves around his struggles. Bart is a young man of 18 years old, perhaps too young to be king. He's brash and impulsive. In battle he can be incredibly aggressive, but never cruel. While he obviously does take pride in his aggression, he is quick to point out that he does not enjoy fighting. To him, violence is a necessary means to an end, not the end in and of itself. Since his exodus from Aveth, he has had a shortage of true friends. He maintained a close relationship with his cousin Margie, but has had no other real friends. His keepers and protectors are too emotionally distant from Bart to be his friends, while the people depending on him see him as more of a leader than a friend. This makes it difficult for Bart to trust anyone. This is why Faye's friendship was so important to Bart. Eventually, Faye became Bart's best friend. Bart is a relatively competent battle strategist. In a fight, he is a strong warrior, but not too exceptional. His usefulness in a gear is greater than that on foot, as he is the first character to gain an odd in the gear Advari. Bart is one of my favorite of the major characters. While on the surface he seems like an angry and spoiled brat that would simply pick fights for fun, as it turns out he's a much deeper character than that. When you realize that he's simply working to overcome his stress of the situation he is trapped in, his character becomes much more likable. When it comes down to that, Bart is an honorable man who is not always going to make the right decisions, but always has the best of intentions. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this character analysis for the game Xenogears. I hope to put more out in the future.